on Fuel the Fire, we have a guest from Holland and Knight, Chris Schwing, and she's here to talk about not only what happens at her law firm, but the Jacksonville Women's Leadership Forum. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your law practice, because I know you do class action suits, you do all sorts of things, you're traveling all over the country, very successful. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been at Holland and Knight for about 15 years. I started as a fresh out of school as a summer associate and worked all the way up to equity partner. And I love every minute of it. Defending companies primarily, a lot of litigation, corporate litigation, class action defense, and it ranges from Florida, as you said, all around the country. So.
I know you're always traveling. You're very busy. It makes it difficult for you and your beautiful daughter and family.
Yes, quite a bit of travel recently here.
So, about 8 years ago, you and a group of other women founded the Jacksonville Women's Leadership Forum. Why did you do that, and what's it all about?
That's right. So what we found is that while there were a lot of women's forums or women leadership conferences, there were not any that were really targeted for corporate executives, and that we were having to travel out of state to go to those types of leadership forums. And so we decided to have one here in Jacksonville for the women of the First Coast. And so that's when it started, 2012. We became an official nonprofit, and it's been booming ever since.
So I know you've got an upcoming conference, and when is it?
Our annual forum is in March. This year it's March 27th and 28th. It's a 2-day conference, and it starts. Our kickoff event is on the night of the 27th at Mercedes, and then our forum is on the 28th at the Schultz Center.
And it's an all-day event.
On the 28th, it's an all-day event. Starts at 7:30 with breakfast, and then we'll have our finish post-party event that Mayo Clinic is sponsoring, and then that'll be the night.
So the theme is Be Fearless, right?
It is.
And why did you pick that as the theme?
Well, for a couple reasons. We decide what the programming is going to be for the next year based off of the input that we receive from surveys of guests that have attended from the prior year. And so we were seeing a lot of information, people wanting to hear more about how they could get more comfortable, more confidence, take more risks, calculated risks. And so we came up with the Be Fearless theme for this year.
Which is awesome, and I know innovation is also a part of that, right?
It is. Innovation, inspiring, all of that is going to be influencing part of the theme as well.
And you've got some terrific keynote speakers, I understand. Would you like to share with us who those are?
I can. So Libby Gill will be our morning keynote. As you know, she has been head of Sony, Universal, and so she is, I think, authored 5 books and is coming to talk about how to turn fear into fuel. We're very excited to have her. And then in the afternoon, we'll have Tammy Hierman as well, who is a executive coach as well as speaks around the country on leadership advancement topics. And so she'll be talking about how to fuel your inner ally and really help break down some of those limitations that could be derailing your career moves.
And then you have a series of breakout sessions too, right?
We do. We have panels that we will pull from. We'll have a morning panel and an afternoon panel, and those will be with various executives from around town. Men and female executives will be on those panels.
I think we've got some pictures that are going to show, and you'll see Darnell Smith, and you had a number of other executives locally from last year, right?
Yes, we've had some. You can go on our website. It shows all of our past and current speakers that are lined up for this year, and we really have some great speakers. We bring in national speakers, but also our local speakers are just have amazing stories and just great tips for everyone. So.
And Black Knight is one of your big corporate sponsors, is that right?
Black Knight is our top sponsor this year. They've held that seat now a couple years in a row, and so we're very thankful for them. But we have a lot of sponsors, and we know that we couldn't bring the programming to to Jacksonville without the support of our corporate sponsors. And so Black Knight is one. Our other top sponsors are Mercedes-Benz of Orange Park in Jacksonville, as well as the Mayo Clinic. And then there's a whole host of other sponsors that are on our website. We actually just had one join us yesterday.
Oh, that's terrific. So there's a lot of interest in this.
Oh, there is.
So I know that women out there, first of all, it's corporate women. Who is your ideal target market of women to come to this event?
So we really try to gear our programming toward mid to senior level women executives. And this year we're actually trying to encourage more men to come to the forum as well. We think that it's important to have men at the table and get involved in these discussions. And so we've been actually really encouraging men executives to come to the forum as well. And we're seeing more of that happen over years.
So why men at a women's conference? Because, men have plenty of male conferences.
Well, because if we're going to affect change, we need to have everyone at the table talking about it. It's not as powerful if we have a group of women that are talking about how things need to be changed as if we have everybody that's going to be involved in corporate America there to get into the discussion.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and I think the collaborative nature of things is very important. So how can people register for the event? What is your website?
So our website is jwlf.org.
jwlf.org.
Right,
okay.
Jacksonville Women's Leadership Forum. And so you can go to the website. There is a link there to purchase individual seats if you want to do that. Or there's also information there about becoming a corporate sponsor. And we've got sponsors at all different levels. We really don't want any company to feel that they can't send their executives to our forum.
Thanks so much for being with us, Chris. I wish you great success.
Thank you.
Coming up next is our Success Sparks.